Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena if you're new. Today we're going to be talking about how I take care of my hair as a hijabi, and also I want to give you guys some practical tips that you can use to prevent hair loss. Hair loss is actually a huge concern among hijabis. It's very, very common, and I wanted to get into what is the cause of this hair loss and why it's happening. Thinning around the edges of your hair and a receding hairline, that is caused by improperly wearing your hair underneath the hijab. Whenever we are literally pulling back our hair and just pulling it into a really tight bun, all of this hair right here is being pulled so tight that it actually causes a receding hairline. Wearing hijab doesn't actually cause thinning of the hair. Naturally, every single day we lose at least 50 to 100 strands of hair, and when wearing hijab, we don't see that naturally falling throughout the day. When we take off our hijab at the end of the day, we see all of this hair come out at the end of the day. And especially if we have long hair, it can look like a whole lot of hair that we're losing, but in reality, it's just normal because we're not seeing it fall throughout the day. Another reason it may look like a lot of hair is that if you don't wash your hair every single day and you don't brush your hair every single day, then in the shower every 2 to 3 days, you're literally losing hundreds of strands of hair, but it's actually normal, but it just looks like a whole lot at once. Those are some little things that I wanted to mention in the beginning because it may look like you're losing a lot of hair and you might be blaming the hijab, but actually that's not the case. So let's get into my top 5 tips for caring for your hair as a hijabi and how to prevent hair loss. So number 1, I want to talk to you guys about how I wear my hair underneath my hijab. So to avoid any kind of pulling, I will part my hair on either the middle or either side and I'll pull it down. Now that's just going to avoid you pulling your hair straight back and pulling it into a tight bun. This will be a lot less pulling on the front of your hair, if that makes any sense. So I part it, I pull it back and down, and I put it in a half ponytail. And I'll insert a picture if you guys don't know what that is, but it's basically as you're pulling your hair through the hair tie, you just don't pull it through all the way and it creates a little loop. And that's just the best way that I've found to do my hair so that it doesn't pull and doesn't create that really tight bun underneath my hijab. Another tip is that you want to alternate your parts. So I always parted my hair on my left hand side for my entire life, and I do have a little bit of a receding hairline right where I parted it. So I try now to always part it either in the middle or on the right hand side, and just to switch it up and not to part your hair on one side for years and years, because that can cause a receding hairline there as well. The second thing that I wanted to mention are the hair ties that I use. So I used to use just the regular elastic hair bands, and those just started to really make my hair feel like I was just pulling it so tight, and it would also create a bend in my hair when I would take my hair down at the end of the day. So I started using these little plastic coiled hair ties. I think the brand name is called Invisibobble, but I got these at Target. They're just the off brand. These are amazing. I switched over to these. I don't use those other hair ties anymore, and these don't pull my hair. They don't leave a little bend in your hair whenever you take it down at the end of the day, and they're just really, really comfortable. You can also use just a scrunchie, anything that's kind of thick and soft and won't pull your hair too much. I would definitely recommend you switching from your normal hair elastic bands to something like this or a scrunchie. Number 3 is how I brush my hair, and I always wait until my hair is wet after I put in conditioner, and I use a wide tooth comb. The basic idea behind all of these tips is that you don't want to do anything that's going to pull your hair. So I definitely would wait until your hair is silky and soft after conditioner, and then you can go through your hair with a wide tooth comb or even a tangle teaser if your hair just gets super, super tangled. But just avoid pulling too hard on your hair and creating that tension so that we can avoid any kind of receding hairline. Number 4 is a tip that you guys have heard so many times before, but it's not washing your hair every single day. So I wash my hair every like 2 to 3 days, and it's just way better for your hair so that you don't like strip the natural oils out of your hair every day and cause it to be dry and frizzy. It just really helps your hair to like maintain moisture and to be a lot more healthy. Number 5 is actually the way that I wash my hair. You definitely want to make sure that you're only using your shampoo at your roots. And that's just because you're trying to get rid of any of the oils and you really want to keep that part more dry. But then using it more towards the ends is really going to dry out your hair and it can cause it to be more brittle. So I always focus the shampoo around my scalp, and then I leave the conditioner to like the lower half of my hair towards my ends. One tip that I want to give you guys that you guys are going to love, my hairdresser actually gave me this tip, and you know when you go to the hairdresser and they scrub your scalp like so well when they're washing your hair, and it just feels so good, and it feels like so clean for like the next 2 days or so. So I was asking my hairdresser like, how do I do that like at home? Like how can I make it feel like that clean? She said that the easiest way to do that is to literally just flip your hair like upside down, like flip your head upside down and scrub that way. And it's just like so much easier to scrub whenever your hair is upside down. I know that sounds really weird, but like just trust me and try it. It will literally change the way that you wash your hair. Your scalp is just like your skin on your face or your body, and it needs to be exfoliated, so this will definitely help the health of your scalp. So as far as the products I use, I wasn't even going to share like the products I use because to be honest, they're like nothing special. Like they're really simple. I have like the most like minimal basic routine when it comes to my hair, and that's mainly because I just don't like the feeling of like product in my hair. Like I want it to feel like super light and airy, and I just don't like heavy products in my hair. And some of these I even get from the drugstore. I'm not like super like fancy or anything when it comes to my hair care, but then I was like, okay, well maybe some people would still want to know what I use, and maybe some of these products would work for you. So let me tell you guys a little bit about my hair. So it's like a wavy texture and it gets a little bit frizzy sometimes, and I do have balayage, so I have like bleach and color on it as well. So I try to avoid anything that has sulfates or anything that's gonna really like strip my hair of like my color and of like hydration. And I also suffer from dandruff, and I actually suffered from this way before hijab, so it doesn't have anything to do with my hijab. It's just always something that I have struggled with, and I used to use products from the drugstore for that, and I just didn't like how harsh and strong they were on my hair and just like the way it smelled and everything. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I use as far as like my shampoo and conditioner. So the shampoo that I've used for years that has really helped me is the Jason Dandruff Relief. This really helps with my dry scalp. It's the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and it smells a little bit like Head and Shoulders, but it's much more like mild. So I really love this product. So for conditioner, I absolutely love this. You can get it from the drugstore. I use the OGX brand. This is called Coconut Curls. I absolutely love the way that it makes my hair feel after I've taken a shower. It just makes it like feel so silky and smooth, and like you can just literally get this from the drugstore. It's so good. As far as products that I leave in my hair after the shower, this is the Bumble & Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. You guys, I am so picky when it comes to like oils or like leave-in conditioners or anything in my hair, because I do not want to feel it in my hair. I don't want it to weigh me down. I don't want any of that like sticky or like heavy feeling. It is called the Invisible Oil for a reason. You cannot see it, you cannot feel it. I literally don't know how they created this oil because it just does not feel oily at all. It comes out in a little pump, and just like you just need like the tiniest amount. I have like medium to long hair, and I use like 1 to 2 pumps, and it just works so well, and I am obsessed with this. So if you guys are looking for something to leave in your hair to like combat frizz or anything after the shower, I definitely recommend you guys checking this one out. I've used this on wet hair and on dry hair, and it just works so good. Okay, this is another drugstore product that I've used on my hair for years. It is so cheap. Like I don't even know, it's probably like $3 or less or something. Like it's ridiculous, but it works so good. I don't even care what the price is. If it works, like I'm gonna use it. So this is the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine leave-in conditioner, and you cannot feel this in your hair when you put it in. Like, I literally can put like the largest amount of this in my hair and I still cannot feel it. This really smooths out my curls and really combats frizz. So the two of these, this leave-in conditioner with the Bumble and Bubble oil is like my go-to. I know that these are both on like opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, this is from Sephora and this you can literally get at Walmart, but I just use what works. Like, I don't really care like what the price is. I've tried a lot of like drugstore products and I've tried a bunch of like high-end like products that you can get from your hairdresser, and these two are the products that have worked for me the best. So I really recommend you guys checking these out. If you're more on a budget, I definitely recommend you guys checking this one out. It's the most amazing leave-in conditioner that I've ever tried. The last tip that I wanted to leave you guys with is, as hijabis, we tend to just kind of forget about our hair sometimes, and we just like leave it up in a bun for months and months, and we just never style it and we never do anything with it, and we just kind of forget about it. And I wanted to encourage you guys to just really try to take care of your hair. Style it like once a week or something, just for you. It doesn't matter if nobody else is going to see it, but just you knowing that like your hair looks good and that you look good, like it gives you so much confidence, and it really just gets you out of that rut of like feeling like you're sick of your hijab and like you hate that you can't fix your hair. Like, just because you wear hijab does not mean that you can't fix your hair. I personally go and get my hair done like every 3 months, and I go get like balayage and I have her like fix it for me and style it for me, and I have her take pictures of my hair, and then I can show it around to like all my sisters and friends and all that kind of stuff. So it just really gives me a lot of confidence. So I definitely recommend you guys just really putting that time and effort into your hair. I know we can forget about it because it's just in a bun all day, but I really think that taking care of it really can help with our confidence and can just make us feel even happier while we're wearing hijab. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed my tips and that you got something out of this video. Leave below any like tips that you guys have about hair loss or how to take care of your hair, or if you have any products that you could recommend to me that do not feel heavy or oily or anything in your hair, please leave them down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!